There's nothing easy about growing wheat. Wheat is the one crop that we have to manage the longest and the most. We hurry up to get corn shelled in the fall. That way we can plant the wheat right behind it. And then we have to manage it intensively until the next June. Wheat is the one crop that I love to hate because we deal with it out of 9 months out of the year. You end the year with it and you start the year with it. But where the love-hate relationship ends, you start to love wheat whenever you put that combine in the field and you start seeing that century mark showing up on your yield monitor.
And so it begins. I just got done checking everything on the grain cart, make sure everything was cleaned out, everything you need to do, or the tarp, whatnot. So we're gonna get a cup, take to town, check the moisture on it, and hopefully we go from there. All right, so I just got back from town. Moisture is 15%, so that's good to go. It's pretty spot on with the combine. Test weight is 59.8, so also pretty spot on. Drew's about full. I'm currently going around the field to catch up with him.
D in the grain cart.
Are at in the middle of the field will depend on if we can catch on the go or not. So we are in a pretty straight stretch right now, so probably gonna catch on the go. Running about 30 miles an hour, catching on the go. We're at 2.5. We're about to get into some wheat that's down, so that's why he's got me slowing down. And we're also kind of on a hillside. Update, we are currently shut down. The thermostat is going out on the combine, we think, so the mechanic doesn't want us running it until we know for sure. So that's all we know. It was going so well until it wasn't. So here we go to just waiting around. Cheers.
Got started on wheat, got about 10 acres in. And true to this combine's fashion, we are now shut down. We're broke down. Got a thermostat going out. It was telling me my coolant was too cold. It's 100 degrees today in the shade. It's hot. We're in a wheat field. It should be running a little hot. I mean, not hot, but it should be running, you know, pretty good temperature on it. Saying the coolant's cold, so we've been advised to shut down. So we'll wait till Nate gets here and try again.
Well, maybe one of these days I will convince Drew Snyder that this machine needs to be read. We'll talk about it again once wheat harvest is over. We might get them converted.
I hate this combine.
You junk! So sorry. All right, day 2 of wheat. Yee-haw. New day, new log. Here we go. Welcome aboard.
So worried about the down wheat. I missed a spot. I'll come back and get it. But for now, I'm trying to pick this crap up off the ground. Well, it's not crap. It's actually really good wheat. So I can't say that. And it's also $10 wheat. So I want to get as much wheat off the ground as I can. So there we go. So we just got down wheat on the end rows. And a lot of that is due to we broadcast our wheat and then disc it in instead of drilling it. And then also to the sprayer, when we're putting down nitrogen, it's going to overlap a little bit, and that's going to happen. That's where it got either doubled up on spreading or doubled up with nitrogen, or it's just really heavy wheat and it just can't stand up. Fill her up. So we choose to spread our wheat and disc it in. A lot of people in this area, they drill wheat, which is great because they no-till it. So we don't choose to do that because then there's another $150,000 piece of machinery that we have to have. We've got to have another tractor. We choose to use the Kelly, and we broadcast it, and then we disc it in with our Kelly. Pros and cons to it. Pros is we don't have another piece of machinery. We don't have another implement we have to have. Cons to it is we spend a little bit more on seed cost because of spreading it. And then we're going to have these issues like this with the wheat down on the end rows and, you know, where they overlap and stuff like that. I get asked all the time, what about yield drag? I have compared my wheat to my neighbors for the past 5 years, and we are usually neck and neck. It all works. We all have different ways of doing things. There is no wrong or right way to do it. As long as it produces yield and makes money, choose to do it this way because it's more sustainable for our farm. So, in a nutshell, we went from why do we have down wheat to why do we broadcast our wheat? So yeah, a little bit of a roundabout way there, but anyways, wheat's doing really good, really close to some of the better wheat that we've ever had on the farm. That means I'm 3/4 full. Really excited about what's going on here. This is an early variety of wheat. It looks really good. It's pumping it out. So I'm only running 3.1, 3.2. I'm not going to complain about that as long as it keeps pumping out the wheat it does.